in continuation to the previous lecture about the basic electrical engineering. So now resistance, I am continuing the resistance. What is resistance? So resistance is a dissipating element. Means suppose if current I is flowing here, positive, negative, this terminal is there, V is voltage is there. So this relation V equal to I into R. This is also called Ohm's law. Ohm's law. We have to take its application, Ohm's law. And in whole electrical engineering, if you recall this relation V equal to IR, everyone knows this relation. So I will explain whole the concept based on this Ohm's law. Everywhere I will use this law V equal to IR in all the places of the electrical circuit, which we will going to discuss later on. Now first we understand what is resistance and what is its characteristic. So resistance, it is dissipating element. Dissipating element. What is meaning of dissipating? Means suppose here I current is flowing, means energy is going here. So this element resistance, what it does? It dissipates the energy in the form of heat. Heat is being generated in this resistance and resistor will get heat up. So this is dissipating element. It is same as like if you compare its analogy with the mechanical system. Suppose this is a block, this is a mechanical system, and if it is dragged by a force, then here a opposition force will act, and this force is called friction. So friction will also produce heat here. This resistance is analogous to the friction. Also, if water is flowing in a pipe, then the friction opposes to the flow of water is also analogous to the resistance. So this resistance has dissipating property and it will lose the energy. Another terminology is for resistance is that resistance equal to rho L by A, and 1 by R resistance is called G, and it is called conductance. It is called conductance. So this conductance, this resistance has unit ohm and this conductance has unit, its unit is mho, MHO, mho. Similarly, this rho is called resistivity, and opposite of this resistivity, this is called, written by sigma, and it is called conductivity. So if any element having resistivity high, then its conductivity will be low. If conductivity is low, it means it is bad conductor, not good conductor. If its conductivity is high, if resistivity is low, then its conductivity will be high and material is supposed to be a good conductor. So this resistivity property is a material property. It does not depend on length and area of cross section. It must be kept in mind. The resistivity is the property of material. Material means iron, silver. So iron has different resistivity, silver has different resistivity, gold has different resistivity. So resistivity is a property of material. It is not changing by changing the length and area of cross section. So now power, which three relations already written, V multiplied by I is power. It is also equal to I square multiplied by R. So if you convert this into conductance, so what you can write? I square divided by G from here, this relation. 1 by R is called G, so 1 by G is also called R. So I square R in term of conductance you can also write. Unit is again watts. Power unit is watt. Another element of this course is that is called capacitance. Capacitance. Capacitance, it is a second electric circuit element. It is the second electrical circuit element, and its basic characteristic is to store charge. What it does? It stores charge. It stores charge. Where it stores charge? In electric field. It stores charge in electric field. It stores charge in electric field. It is symbolically represented like this. One a straight line, another line is like this. This is represented like this, and it is C. This straight line is positive and the tilted line is negative. And suppose a current is flowing from, current is going like this. So, and here this, due to this positive and negative, there will be a potential that is denoted by V, and C, this C is called, I take some other, this C is called capacitance. Capacitance. So this capacitor is a physical element which exhibit the property of capacitance. Capacitor is a physical element which exhibits the property of capacitance. Property of capacitance means which stores the charge in an electric field. How it stores the charge? Let us see its some fundamental equations, how it stores charge. So I write here this equation. This equation also you have studied in class 12. I equal to C dV by dt. V is the voltage, C is the capacitance, I is the current. So I equal to C dV by dt. This is a very interesting relation. You should keep in mind when capacitance is known and changing voltage is applied at this capacitance, then the current will flow. If change in voltage is 0, suppose you are applying constant voltage, if change in voltage is 0, suppose dV by dt is 0, then current becomes also 0. And if you are applying constant voltage, then changing voltage will be 0, so current will not flow in the capacitance. But if you are applying a changing voltage, then current will flow. So I was discussing about the capacitance and written this relation I equal to C dV by dt. Here if voltage is changing, then current will change, otherwise current will be 0 if voltage is not changing. So now the power relation, I am going to again find out power equal to V multiplied by I. So if this power is a small power, and I am writing here this again V, and I is how much, putting this value I equal to C dV by dt. So it is equal to power, here you can write as power equal to this much. So if you multiply this dt with this power this side, so this equation give you P multiplied by dt equal to C multiplied by V multiplied by dV, and this is power multiplied by time, so it is called energy. So this is a small energy, this is dE equal to CV dV, and if you integrate it, then the energy is E, which is equal to, if you V square by 2, so it becomes half CV square. This is the energy which is available in the capacitor. Now the very interesting thing is here that, okay, suppose this energy is the proportional to a square of the voltage. So either voltage is positive or negative, the energy is always positive. So whatever the voltage magnitude you are giving here, energy is just dependent on the magnitude of the voltage. Energy is depending on the magnitude of the voltage. Magnitude of the voltage, not on the manner how you are reaching this value. Means suppose if you want to reach the 10 voltage value, it doesn't mean how you get 10 volt, just it needs 10 volt, its magnitude should be 10 voltage. So energy, suppose if you want to this much energy will be stored in this capacitor. This capacitor will get this much of energy. And if you reduce this voltage, suppose if this is the volt, if you are reducing this voltage, then energy will reduce very fast energy will reduce, and if you make V equal to 0, then energy will be also 0. Suppose this capacitor has got V voltage, and if you connect this with a resistance like this resistance, then this capacitor, early it was taking current inside, now it will release the current from this side, and gradually this voltage decreases, and finally this goes to 0 voltage. And when this voltage decreases, the amount of energy stored in the capacitor is being converted into the heat energy in the resistor and dissipate in the resistance. So this much energy will be dissipated. And suppose if someone says if he connect this resistance, this capacitor having 0 resistance wire, what will happen to this energy? Because if resistance is 0, then I square R will be 0. So this energy, where this energy will go? So in this case you can say that the amount of energy which is available here, it will be radiated in other form of energy, like electromagnetic radiation. It will radiate in the outside atmosphere in some other form. But practically speaking, you cannot get a wire having no resistance. So ideally we can say capacitor has stored the energy, and if you connect with a resistor, then this energy will be dissipated in the form of heat, and this much energy will be converted into the heat. Now suppose if you want to compare this system, capacitor, with a mechanical system, analogy with the mechanical system, so how can you compare this? Means you can compare this energy as a spring balance. You have seen in mechanical system a spring balance is there. So you are doing work here and you are pressing it. So your work is stored in the mechanical system here in a spring system, and if you leave it, the amount of energy is again released. So this capacitance is, if you compare this capacitance, you will find that this capacitance is all. So in mechanical system, energy is being exchanged by the position x. In similar way, Here the energy is exchanged by means of the charge placing